Me did the young antechua, and maybe I'm discovered for Europe. I come a bush for Ghana. No, me used to tap send, tap send. No fee mobile money transfer. Eye easy, eye convenient, eye fast, and sounds so free. Won't you share? Me discover ye map him. Tap send. Intienne, also download the tap send app no ever mobile phone so free. Na first ka come abusuya for Ghana for na nyina. Tap send. Papa no.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Push sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Yes, September to remember. A Becca group of companies and Sammy Flex presents September to Remember Dubai tour with Sammy Flex. Yamu Akunyamwako Dubai. Who was have tour most of the interesting places be award Dubai. Set Desert Safari, Dubai Frame, Atlantis Water Park, Dubai City Tour, Yacht Party Bekos. Now for Yasanso a party in the club. And to tell a friend it's September to Remember Dubai tour with Sammy Flex and Basso. From the 28th of September to 4th October 2022. For reservation friend 0243 514 732 and now friend plus 971 55 949 4061. September to Remember Dubai tour with Sammy Flex bed there. Come let's go Dubai. Proudly sponsored by Sankofa Restaurant. Taste Africa.
Friday feeling here in Ghana, and I know it is going to be a wonderful night already because church members have started gathering. We are going to pray, we're going to fast, we're going to be clapping as well to say thanks to the Most High God for protecting us throughout the week and giving us everything that we are looking for. My name is Sammy Flex, and we are about to wrap up the week here on Showbiz Daily, Sammy Flex TV, where we have the team ready to give you the analysis on all the issues happening in town. And I know today we'll be talking about some interesting things. You just relax because you are going to enjoy everything as we do it here. Nana Reagan is in your shot, Beef Nation president. He is a journalist, he is an event person, talent manager. In Team Dodo Solomon, you can call him Chemo in the middle. And I also have man like Kojo King, aka the Lion Killer, aka Greenville Records, aka marketing executive, aka up and coming artist. The Ricky was saying like man can't see a musician can go no hey Charlie, people will go out, but that's fine. So I keep telling you guys should wait for October. We'll be releasing Kojo's first song, and I can promise you that you guys are going to be marveled. You'll be marveled. That one I can give you that 100% assurance, and to some of our people who even doubt. Osara, I know Fidelis Osara is saying if Kojo releases the song, we're going to give him more fire and pressure. No shaking, Osara. You are sure going to get it. Let me say thanks to Digital Rasta Currency on camera. Richie Flex is the editor stroke director of the show. Emmanuel Forila PG is also our producer, and also to Gideon Ilamtesin, who is our creative director. Team is set for us to do this. Now, Too Much has said something. I don't know if the team will agree with him or disagree with him vehemently on what he has said. According to Too Much, he is famed for his acting and music prowess. But according to him, if you don't love him, don't follow him on social media, because I'm sure he still is confused why somebody who is following him will come and speak trash under his post. Like some of us we experience. Someone has subscribed to your channel. He comes to watch your channel every day, yet he is speaking that jargon. Sometimes you don't know how to explain that. So according to Too Much, he thinks that if you don't love him, don't come and follow him. I'm just going to ask my people this harmless question: that should all your followers be your friends as a celebrity? That is my first question to them. And this is coming with this video from Connect FM in Takrade. You watch it. When I come back, I ask my people that as a celebrity, should all your followers be your friends? Let's watch it. I'll be back.
Say my American appreciate that I am.
Appreciate no appreciate why by force. Why
interviews now? I didn't say my American appreciate that I am.
Appreciate no appreciate why by force.
Why interviews now? I didn't
made in the day. And Pema dia.
Man criticize.
Follow.
Okay.
That's it. No people
follow us.
Okay.
Just imagine.
And one I am young. Me feed them me posty adibi.
China can.
Oh, some video be, and I was like, if you never again now 4 interaction in the bia. Akasaka krabe ya wa TikTok. And again now 4. Akasaka krabe ya. Ashon like forget for. I'm gonna some I am the virgin. John. Me some short video be. Obi bamo comment section but commented there. Stupid man. Wife now if you come about stop no number.
Oh my.
Can you imagine? We checking a small boy be a new story.
Hey yo.
A new story no. Ya worry a divorce. A new story no. Amelia me my day just for fun no. Ebe ya awa for the person. Nipa no permission no. Woman no ponye we buseni. Can you imagine?
And I was there no or your wage juma because a actor.
Me beti obi ane nando or your word mambo obi ane din hwe nkofa wo use them sound and power TikTok when easy especially girls no obi etwa number 2 what school at the backbone nation if you na girl now 4 into akasa aka forget you hey I am never it was so interesting as odu be important I was like oh wow I didn't feel there me there for funny I'm not for the serious
but he chrome ha phone more funny serious.
Atasa. You be onye ni ko ko be phone wa attack him.
No then.
For me fie kuma.
Apia chrome ha pa o.
No me say ahani wo yenye den and homeless.
All right, so that was actor Too Much in the video Connect FM studio in Takrade, and what he's saying is simple, that to him he thinks that if you are going to follow him and you be attacking him, then there is no need. You have to stop attacking him because that is not a way to go. Kojo, let me start with you because you are going to be facing it very soon. That get your mic. Yes. Kromo, yasako fakita.
Varias.
Kojo, only Too Much, Yaji. You agree that all your followers should be your friends?
No. Then you have few followers. If you are targeting only your friends, then you have few followers because some people don't even have friends. So your followers can't be all your friends. And enemies will also follow you because they want to know your next move. They want to know what is happening to you. Your competitors, your opponents are tracking you. So your followers mix with a lot of people. So you have to know how to deal with them. But the fact is, some of these negative comments, yes, it do affect us. Anybody who comes and say, oh, I don't mind criticism or this negative comment, that person is lying. Or have worked on him or herself before you come with such a statement. And even with that, no matter how you work on yourself, there will be a time it will come and one will hit you. Before you have to go back. It means it takes energy from you. And we don't like negative comments because good comments is a requirement. It's a need for us. That is why when we see good comments, we are okay. We don't even pay much attention because it is something that we need to edge on. But when the negative one comes, because we don't want it gets our attention so easily. So as a celebrity, yes, you have to know that these things you can't do without it. It will always come. And now that in this era of social media, that people have gotten to know that when you even come at certain celebrities, it's also a way that you also get attention. Some of them have tried it. They go and write sarcastic responses under certain people's posts. Before you know, that statement has been screenshot
and it
will be flying everywhere. And some have even, I remember one guy in Manasseh like that. If you remember that guy. Just a comment under that post. And the next moment, the guy became a very influential person on social media. Got enough followers. So people know that, yes, when you do that, it works. And I always talk about the psychopaths and the sadists whose job is just to come and inflict pain on people by their writings. So as a celebrity,
Madam Anita has been saying something. She says, hurt people.
Yes.
Yeah,
because
people
of
who are hurt, they hurt people.
Exactly, because of some of them, they are failures in life, things that they couldn't achieve. Somebody so wanted to become a presenter, and for whatever reason couldn't achieve that. So seeing Sammy Flex presenting and being that successful, it can even breed hatred.
Yeah.
So that person will just come and look at all the good things you are doing and still find that little fault and come at you. So one thing is, before I am fortunate that before I become a musician, I've been a media person and I understand. So when it get to me, then it means I didn't take advantage to learn here. Because we all know the insult here. They give us xylophone. They give it to us. Exactly. So by now, I should have learned that, okay, it's part of it. So next time when I come and I'm complaining, I'm throwing tantrums that somebody's dissing me, then you have to tell me that, what are you talking about? But many of our celebrities didn't get that orientation before they became famous. So especially when you do something right, you see that all the comments are positive. Like this Atia a song that I jumped on. Go to my TikTok page. Over 1,000 comments. Every single one of them is positive. So it puts you into a certain position that, wow, this job is full of positivity.
And praises.
Now the next time I do something wrong, and the same people will come and write different things. So if I'm not aware of that, then I'll be like, wow, that will be a shock to me. I didn't bargain for this. And you have seen a couple of times the likes of Krymi, they come out and say, oh, they were so naive. They came into the industry knowing everything was just rosy smooth until they started feeling the attack. And now they realize that, no, we have to take a step back and come again. So with too much, I want to believe that he's been in the game for long. With Janga Town, he has become famous. And so some of this comment, he should have outgrown it and understand that it will always come and it will never cease. And even the statement he made, you are attacking somebody for not, whether he say he was joking, you are attacking somebody that they have impregnated or giving care of impregnated ladies, giving birth with them, and they are not taking care of them. And somebody also know your story. And try to remind you that you too.
But his was a joke.
His was a joke, but it is his reality. Somebody like you joke, and somebody knows that you also fall short of that joke. So they use the same joke to attack you. So the comment that the person made was like, you forgotten that woman you also impregnated and didn't take care of. And too much is saying that the guy doesn't know the story. Yes, he doesn't know the story, but in as much as your comment is also hurting some other guys, you also don't know their story, why they are not taking care of the lady and the child. So it's the same scenario here. Yes, you are a comedian, but you should know that comedians, some of the things they say affect other people. And they also have every right to also come at you. So you rather have to work on yourself. Don't be offended. You have a good intent, but hey, when it comes, you have to accept it now. Because it's part of the game.
All right, Nana Regan, let me listen to you next. What do you also say to Too Much? Who thinks that if you don't love him, don't come and follow him? Don't. But should that not be the principle?
No, not at all. You bet you
Why are you going to follow someone?
People follow people for different reasons. Somebody just don't like you, but he wants to know every step you take so that he can use that to satisfy himself based on what comments he wants to pass about you.
I'll person behind me name my mess.
Na obey denya. Asa na aka no.
Te opeme nyame.
O post say what car and e be na ya no te hu pe.
It started off behind.
No, okay. On the bia price that cry. Yes. On mom they are, you know, they are different people. So I think that most of our celebs say more pass comments like this, you know. I feel say they are not ready for fame. If you are fame, but two or more people who are really ready for fame, sometimes they go beyond certain things to learn and psych themselves to prepare themselves ahead of some of these things.
Yeah,
these are realities. If you become a famous person,
you face them.
It comes with it, whether you like it or not. You be similarity.
Some people going off.
Of course. And then especially when you are in the competitive space like ours, we hear them because what you are doing, the content that too much is putting out there. It be on also another person be on any favorite, any favorite. You know, but cancer and some just to kill your energy for you to go off, and then the person on only favorite, you know. But and also in chess or not any favorite, you know, so people should start understanding or admitting some of these realities, and I think they will be okay. I mean, so we about comment, I say, post, I say, video, I say, and then our baby can be. I mean, just ignore it. I mean, that Ben and I mean, could you didn't come over? Maybe didn't come about. The blocking of people's contact numbers after NIA, you know, and I make us say, I mean, it's very unnecessary. Say, I'm mobile blocking. I instead no, now you share agency and
I think you wrote something on Facebook.
Yeah, increase the call rate, and I say data rate ni mo. Omo call register no. No more register no. Keep it the normal way. Say the baby for see we mama registration.
To deter them,
everything will be fine. Instead of just blocking people's contact because anti me and register.
And these same people too would want to buy something for you guys to make profit.
You understand? So although I didn't say what I put out was the 100% wisdom. Me break here into 4 paragraphs. And I'm the last paragraph. No make us say because of never been to come. Cause I'm coming to make up my late registration for a penalty because of some of the politics. Sometimes some of us play with some of these things. And think how can I utia penalty? But next time, announce so Ghana for you BBC. You won't play the politics. You go and do it first, and then later on you go song for Sana BB. And people, you know, comment or post us. I mean, I'm on your regular comment. They don't react. They don't do anything. When they come, they will leave all the 3 paragraphs and come and pick the 4th paragraph. And I'm say
that will suit their interest.
Yes. No, man. I think sometimes that is how I identify people like that. There are some people who count 5,000 friends do on Facebook. On reacted to post the biada. In fact, so who do birthday? Cromwell will show happy birthday. Yes, we do. When you my we will post it on Becca. Congratulations. But the moment that Obehu error be on or this spot to error national area sin name say why you be any.
But to feedback.
You see, can be also to after.
Ampa, means me will be uncle for the be.
So you
don't see them, but one day, small mistake be a man. Someday they put out a video. I think it was either then. Okay, that was when our girl came here again. What's her name? Nafisa. Nafi X. That's when she came here. The last time she came, I put out a video. Then, hey, that day I got comments from some people that I don't even know them. About you, this thing is not your level. Why are you doing this? I'm losing respect for you. Meanwhile, you've not come and told me anything that you have respected me for what I do. In fact, I have not even seen you before.
Respect no ni ba ko kra ma forget. Oni ba ko de that they no ni be mom. So there are some of them, they are just waiting for your doomsday for them to celebrate or run commentaries about. It is okay. When you are going into such space or such positions, you always have to prepare your mind, be mentally fit for some of these things. Because if you're a celebrity and you out to date, you still feel like 1 million followers or Twitter and I say Instagram and I say when now now you expect say post a picture now be positive now make a positive thing. It is an error on your part
to think that
like that. That is why you will suffer whatever they want to throw at you. You will suffer it. It is like you taking the choice to suffer bad comments. I've always said the pain there, it will come, whether we like it or not. It is part of your daily living. But so best of all, it is your choice to decide. Say, I want to suffer what this guy is saying. I want to suffer what people are saying about me. I want to suffer the pain. What you understand? I can choose not to. That is what you better so go on. Or better say, and fun on home. But yes, the natural thing is that it will hit you. But when the pain hits you, you still have the power and that choice to make a decision. Say, I want to overcome it or ignore it or smoke whatever the person is saying. So be allow one say you want to suffer the pain and you go through certain things, you get emotional, you get bitter, and at the end of the day, maybe one shake cry, you also act the same way the person is doing. When you come out, they said yeah, pardon the CB to can't say musicians be musa by the same direction.
The same fire.
They are not correcting anything, but they are also repeating the same mistake and same mess. So yes, we are celebrating. I mean, too much. If you to meet with their man and they say, I mean, more or mass anya man and ham. Obi can assembly chairman. Or nyuntini kesepa. Or si original stage sooner or perform it to crowd. Unim say be mum penasem. Enti at the end of the day, the original honomona or smiley trainer now, or you be to energize him on stage, you know, or share crowd no more. So any panel or taking motivation if you know. Enti emfa ho na say bia mo ye 10 na mo go on na mo mpe na so mo nya yanka. They show na nipa bakopa or be take strength and energy from that person to ginger on and do the thing, and it's the truth. I mean, if you page so na unim say bia o ye post o chiro be found on your content. Anka once all can see nipa baako pe na betro say ono so nemba ewo baby na on show man na. What about the other comments? Pick your energy from the positive comments na was not that guy but when e be na ya amene or the abaya asama tena radio so can because or the money energy e call guy na asama na
negative asama can.
Yes, all can.
And interestingly asama can is true. I'm not for commenting positive. In fact, you not ever react to them. Saba could be about being
Pena. No, say, no. I mean, you need to help deal with yourself, manage those feelings, and you'll be fine.
All right, Chemo will speak next and last on this particular topic. Chemo.
Yeah. First of all, I think too much. It's still a social media no on TSA. When the kind ababe pound chow say, oh, you mistake. Eba no I'm funny serious. I'm a man for the jana, but he said you'll be funny serious. But I'll be funny serious. We me did say on TSA said they're working a for you to say the own permasama any men follow me no it's wrong. It should rather be the opposite. Say get out of there. Yes, if you don't want to see such things, don't go there. Because say it will come. But when you are not there, you don't see them or you don't hear them. This is what done for be a no pay what do at them. No, I could try better so ubi neka or bois or no person catch. So if or a solution to that there, he should rather leave the place. And if for business reasons or for survival reason he can't leave the place, then he should find a way to endure them or to work on it, like when it comes, because it will come no matter what. You will face some of these things. There's no way that you will be online and everybody will like you.
I keep saying that when it comes to the online court, no matter the wisdom you speak,
yes,
someone will still have a problem with you.
Yes. So you only engage people that you think they are reasonable. They may be wrong, but they are reasonable. Then you try to engage them to correct them or to let them know your point, where you are standing. And then they will also share their ideas or whatever they think you are doing wrong. That's where you interact with but there are some that you can clearly.
I think I've been doing that a lot.
Yeah.
But when you come onto our YouTube page and you comment something positive,
yeah,
I'm likely to respond to you. But when you come and you be throwing salvos, unnecessary banter and insults, I'll ignore.
Yes. Some of them, yeah, some of them you can clearly see that they are unreasonable. They just want to insult or they just want to say whatever.
They are not saying whatever they are saying with any reason.
Yes. So you ignore them and don't pay attention to it. Like sometimes it will get to you, it will hit you. I mean, you are human. Yes. Yeah. But your way of dealing with it is the difference. How you deal with it will make the difference. When it hits you so much that you can't do anything but to just think about it or trying to respond to it, then you are not ready for the game. Okay. And too much suffer that thing. I think the SO being
I think he should overcome it by now.
Oh yeah. By now the SN can work free side, because it's a video now or no I can. Comment be at the Nana Regan can comment a positive be was a video will be a man a negative comment. Yes, but no focus on negative nearby. And in go bet me a negative no nanka wakaze but even that one there were a lot of people who said positive things about it. But one can acknowledge positive ones in him. And no actually say ready for the game no. In that sense, so he should be ready, and this thing it will not cease. People follow you for so many reasons, including not liking you. In fact,
they don't like you, but they come to follow you.
Yes. In fact, Omokra na dosu. Omone active, like those who like you or who like whatever you do. No. Yes, they any time that they wish they want to see something from you, they will come. But those who don't like you, because you may be doing something good all the time, they have to follow you till you go wrong.
Till they find out that you've gone.
Yes. So if they don't follow you actively, they may miss it. And the Omokra they follow like gidi pa. They have to monitor
just
to get
confirm one day you are on the floor.
Yes. So that they can strike at that time. But if they are on and off, the time that you go wrong, they may not be there to strike or do whatever they want to do. So your enemies, if I should put it that way, will follow you actively, even and more than your
part of your
followers.
No
yes, matter what you do.
Okay. Thank you. You wanted to add something?
Yeah, and too much you should just learn from it and move on.
Who is supposed to teach him?
Yeah, the people around him and sometimes the through social media and how people comment about them any other, then he should learn something from it. Like can watch him this year or who video now, he should learn something from it and he will be fine.
All right, thank you so much, Intimdo Solomon. Thank you, Kojokin, and thank you, Nana Reagan, for that one. Yesterday we hosted Malcolm Nuna on Class Showbiz, and whilst there, we talked about he having an audience in the senior high schools as well as the tertiary institutions. Today, I'm about to ask that: is it positive? Is it a good decision to build a core fan base for a particular audience? And if it is, are there any negatives around it as well? Because now, maybe when you hit the street and you ask of Malcolm Nuna, I wonder how many people will be able to identify him. But go to the schools, the senior high schools, the tertiary institutions, and drop a Malcolm Nuna song, and you see everybody will be jumping to it. What are the advantages and disadvantages in doing that? How about the other side? Where the other side, I mean, most of our people who come from the coast side or the sea side, there are a good number of them who have hit songs only in those areas because they have made the songs for those people alone. When you move them to the south, maybe someone will not recognize them, no one will even identify them. what are the good and the bad in that particular decision. Let's go watch this video of an excerpt from Class TV, or better still CTV, where we did our Class Showbiz. And when we come back, I'll ask my people what they have seen to be the good, the bad, and the ugly when it comes to building an audience for a specific group of people. Watch it, I'll be back. How come you are ruling in the junior high school, senior high? How come you are ruling in the junior high school, senior high school, tertiary levels? I said, what for school do you now? What is the secret? What is working for you there?
Well, I'll say they are very open to my music.
Okay.
The people there, and I also taught. I did a little high school tour some months ago. I did a little high school tour some months ago. Yeah, toured a couple of schools, like 10 schools. We got a chance to do Accra, Accra girls and Ola girls. We did a couple of schools, and we ended at Ghana National College.
So, what is so special about your songs that they are just going crazy for them? I saw one video, and I'll be showing it to my people. The whole school, and you tell me which school was that though. What is it about your songs? Is it carefully written for them, or it is just for the general public? But Omatia Philippa.
Well, I can't say what is so special about it. Now I have to leave it to them. I have to leave it to them. But I feel like I'm doing me, and I'm singing life stuff that I've actually felt, or something that you can relate to that they like. So yeah, it's great. It's great.
I see. Is it because you were in school not long ago, or what? Maybe they see you as one of them. They don't see you as Shatawale or Sako there or Stoneboy. They see you like one of us. You're in the old school. Is that why they are following you like that?
Yeah, that could be the answer too. Maybe because they see me as one of them, and they also love the music too. So, so it works hand in hand, you know. Yeah.
School was this, and where was that? What was the occasion as well?
The first school was Ola Girls, and we headed to.
Oh, you went to Ola Girls?
Yeah, I went to Ola Girls. I went to Ola Girls, Presec, and Mungwa, and Ghana National College.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So that was your former school?
Yeah, that was my former
school. And when you get there, how is the feeling? Knowing all the corners that you were punished and all, and now being hailed as a star?
It's a whole different feeling. Teachers that used to strike you, get up. It's like, oh, I'm proud of you. Like, yeah, it's a good feeling.
All right, so I'm going straight to Kojo to start this with him. Kojo, you are now about to do something like this, so lately I will be disturbing you for your strategy, so I know. Would you also do songs for a specific group, like? And yesterday he was so proud of it. He said that is his biggest achievement so far. His biggest achievement is being able to do the high school tour. So it means, now he's built an audience for it. Is it a good thing or bad thing?
I think it is smartest decision to ever take from a team like that. The point is, in business, before you start a business, you need to know the people that you are targeting. Let's say we want to produce water. Yes, we know water. Everybody drinks water, but you have to carve a certain market for yourself. You can't supply everybody based on your finances. So someone from the onset can decide, okay, we want to appeal to everybody. Maybe we want to go to mass production. Someone to also come, well, let's do exclusive marketing. Let's target the elite, or let's come out with a product that will fit everybody. So you need to know all these dynamics. Definitely when you bring the product out, you have everybody liking it. Maybe the old, the young people, the middle class,
the educated,
exactly,
the illiterate.
because you have an adult drinking calipo. Calipo is for kids. Exactly, but you have some adults drinking calipo. So does it mean calipo is for the adults? No, it is for the young. So after everything, you need to now know which people are patronizing my music the most. And in the first place, you need to even know before you even start that this is the people I'm targeting. Then you understand how they behave, the consumers, how their behavior, their taste and preferences, and the changes in even their behavior. That will inform you with your strategies and your marketing plans.
And what to sell.
On what to sell. So if you understand that, okay, my music appeals to the youth, then what are their language? What kind of things do they understand? Even when I'm writing, the words that I will use that can relate to them. All these things inform you before you come out with the product. So Malcolm, looking at him as a young guy, he's in school, right? Tertiary now.
Yeah, it said he's in the UPSC.
Exactly. So definitely you realize the youth will love his music. And even the kind of terms that he's using in his songs. I don't think you have more of the 60, 50,
even the 40s.
Exactly, liking your songs. And this, when you look at the demographics, you realize the youth, their numbers, they are very populous.
Yeah. And they are even active consumers.
Exactly, they are active consumers in the and even in the current age of technology. And one thing that is an advantage for him, every music, every business, before you start, you look at your sustainability. Am I able to sustain maybe to the next 20 years? And look at the ages of these people. If they get to understand his music, it means he will grow with them. He's young. So he will grow with them. He can, maybe in the next 20 years, he can grow with these people. And as they grow now, the vibe will change. He can now change and do music that will suit them, because their behavior will also change. And even look at the number of secondary schools we have in Ghana and their population. Go to Ola Girls. How many are they? Go to Presec. How many there are they? And all these people are on the internet. They have all these social media accounts. They understand data. They understand the usage of the internet. So if even secondary schools alone are consuming your music in Ghana, you can imagine the kind of numbers they will have. And look at how they were singing to the songs, word for word. So it's a big win for him. So now that you have this base, let's say you do the analysis of your following. Let's say 70% are coming from the youth, because YouTube, I think you can get the analysis. You can even break down the age that is watching your videos.
Sex pattern, you can
exactly. People don't pay attention to some of these details. So they don't even know my songs. We people love it. And they keep releasing songs that people who didn't like it, because 80% of the people watching your video are between 18 and 30. So if you have these details, it will even inform you of the kind of
what to write,
the kind of words to use. You are talking about Yanom Titi Ubube. some people who
meanwhile
your audience are young.
18.
They don't understand you. So if your music, you know. So if they are not streaming your song, you will not understand. Some of these details are very important. So it's a very smart move from the camp of Malcolm Nuna. I have to commend the team for this initiative, and they shouldn't slack. They should give it back to back, because even the year,
especially on his high school tour,
exactly. Even it can only be their project, because from the beginning of the year, if you want to number the number of high schools in even Accra alone, you can't exhaust it. So if they want to do that, it will help them, and it is sustainable. It is highly sustainable, because if the Form 1s, Form 2s, Form 3s, they leave school, there will be another replacement.
Yeah.
So even that same school, when you play this year, come back there the next 2 or 3 years, you come and meet a fresh audience. Then after that, they can also look at, okay, the other percentage of our following, what can we do to also sustain them? Because you don't have to neglect them. You don't have to neglect them, because let's say 20% being the elderly, who are gangsters, who always want to be young. So they still love
young at heart.
Exactly. They still want to love your music. You don't have to neglect them, because what happens is in marketing we have something we call the 80-20 Pareto law. That 80% of the revenue that you get from your business comes from just 20% of your customer base. And 20% of the revenue come from 80% of your customer base. Meaning, it could be that 20% of your customers are the ones bringing more money to your business. The 80, they are not numerous, but they are contributing full. They come to buy 10%. Like the banks, there are few people whose deposits at the banks cover about 80% of the people. So when you know them, you know that you have to treat those people very, very well.
Special.
Exactly. So the 20% maybe the elderly, you have to also know that, okay, what can they do? Maybe with them, when I want to do a show that is paid for, they are the people who can bring the money to me. If I want to sell tables, they are the people bringing the money to me. So occasionally you can do certain things that can
just
target
to bring them in.
Yes, so you sustain them. So I think they have worked on their statistics of the following, the streams and everything, and they know that it is coming from the youth. Then where can you find them? The secondary schools, where they are in schools. We can't wait for them to come home. We will go there and feed them. But that song, the Benzo song, is dope.
Wow.
Cheese.
I love the way people are loving the cheese. So Chemo, take over from there. Let me listen to Chemo next.
Yeah, the Benzo song is a vibe.
It's a bang. I think MC Berryman also loves it. MC Berryman also loves it.
And I think this is the best strategy that anybody, any musician or any
So I beg you, let me ask this to start your conversation. So imagine if we are to do anything outside the campuses, anything that does not involve the campuses or students, what does it mean? That he'll be lost out?
Not at all. He's growing. So some of them, yes, he may not get opportunity to be part, but it's because he's growing. You can't just come out and then now you are everywhere. You should be the number one on the list or something. No, he's growing, and when you grow like this is sustainable and it's a long-term plan. You are coming with your numbers, and you are stronger than somebody who will get an instant hit today, and tomorrow you will not find them again. Because at that time, because we were not coming with any plan, it's now that you are going to plan about the whole thing. Like
you're not going to figure it out.
And you may not get it before you realize you are down there again. But you were an instant hit. Everybody was saying, hey, you are the ish. Now you are everywhere. But after 2 days, we can't find you again. But this guy is coming with his numbers. And he's playing it so well. He's just a recent graduate from the secondary school, now at the UPS. And then he's doing tour with them, and then they will be familiar with him. So with time, they will grow with him. So he will get them any day. He will get them any day. That's positive. And then those outside that demographics will also catch up. I mean, a good song is a good song.
Yeah.
When no matter your age, sometimes even you.
But in terms of the business, how would it be like?
This is a good business. What makes it good is
how would he cash in from them places?
Yeah, because
are they all paying, or it is for entertainment value? Because I'm just asking myself that if he goes to Ola Girls, will they pay him like they'll pay maybe a show we're going to do at the National Theatre or the Conference Center?
Oh, sometimes they pay. They have SRC dues. So
I know the tertiary
school
pay.
Even the secondary schools, they have budget for it. Just really? That it will be small. It wouldn't be as big as no. Say Oko school, secondary school, Joe entertainment fee.
But you're from artist.
Yes, because a lot of most of the time, artists be a maho. Your man mom. And it's an artist bahwa they will cater for the transportation in the marketing. So it will not be a huge money or a big money, but he will get something small. And besides that, those secondary school students, they will take their songs home. They will also introduce to their little sisters and brothers, and then you be.
And they have influenced you when they go home.
And so be introducing new people to your song all the time. So you have that base. And then you can also work on coming out big for the masses, like everybody also enjoying your song. But it's always better to come with your strength, like to come with something behind you that you know that I have numbers somewhere that I'm coming with. And that's a good thing. In fact, it's also a motivating factor for you not to even quit. When you come to the general thing and it's not working for you, because you have that numbers still following you, backing you, you have the strength to go. But if you don't take care and you try to hit the masses and it's not working, you may not be like, you have that motivation to move on, like to go on, that one day it will be. But when you know that you have certain numbers somewhere, that if nothing at all, I can do secondary school tour, you are good to be in the game. So it's sustainable, and this is a good plan that anybody at all should emulate. Like, you should know your market, or you should come with some strength from somewhere that you are so sure that this market, I can capture it. It's good, even in our space, the social media space, the YouTube thing that we are doing. You should always know your target audience, hit them first before you try to move to the next level. In fact, Sammy Flex TV, we have done it so well that people don't even notice that we have done something like that. So that's the plan. It's always good to come with your numbers, and then you try to grow from there. And I think the management of yes, they are doing so well, and we should just wish them.
Okay, Nana, take the mic and let's speak finally on this before we move on to the next business.
But I think it's very positive for every growing artist to take such path, because what it means is that you are growing with a new generation. Because these young guys will graduate from secondary schools and then they will come into the world as freshers, and they will be growing with your songs. They will know your music, and then that will give you so what Chabu was saying with the long-term plan, that is what it means. So after playing, let's say he's even playing the shows for free for now, what it means is that his music is going to grow with these young guys for a very long time, and that is what they are going to enjoy. That is what they are going to consume for some period of time. So the demand will still be there after them graduating from secondary school. That is where maybe you can also cash out big. Yes, you get some people to pay you, you get some people to give you certain things for you to be okay, but it wouldn't be like somebody that has one hit and he's just trying to eat from the one hit once and for all. Maybe you see such an artist charging 50,000 now. Maybe you are just taking the 3,000, the 5,000s and all of that. But yours will be long term. By the time these guys will also become like the corporate world, the corporate guys and other things where they want to go and buy a table for, let's say, $5,000 or $10,000 and just enjoy a show. That will be your songs. That will be the kind of music they want to go and buy table and consume. So it is very, very positive. I think the only disadvantage will come with how you would manage the challenges that you will face.
Okay.
If you don't, the challenges will come definitely. So if you don't find very good strategies to find a way out of those challenges, that is where the disadvantages will hit you. But of course, there are a lot of advantages in building your farm. It has worked for Justin Bieber. It has worked for our own medical. So, I mean, to date, Justin still performs for colleges and other people like that. Even
he was also built for.
Yes, he started like that, like known for the college performances or events like that. He will be playing for LA, what. Today he is there, tomorrow he is here. So he also built himself like that. And today we all know the kind of numbers he's commanding. So yes, it is very, very good for Malcolm to also start like this. It will help him for it. It is just like he's not doing anything different from Shatter's second coming success. I mean, he builds his numbers with certain kind of people, and it became a very strong foundation for his brand. So it is good. I would only encourage him to do more of this, and then they should come up with very good, because it's not easy.
I know
it's not easy to be playing shows in the secondary schools. I mean, you see the videos coming out beautiful like this, but I mean, sometimes where you have to get to, like, to get you to those places, cry is not a joke. Sometimes you will go to a school and another school also demand that you come to their entertainment, and if you don't go, that is also another issue you have to deal with. So yes, you just need to come up with good strategies to build some of this audience.
Well, you want to add something?
I have a model that they can use to cash out from this. So if they are interested.
All right.
What do you say?
We'll be meeting the manager this evening at the 3 Music
okay.
So when we meet him,
exactly.
And yesterday, Chamo, he said he had answers to your question, but the artist did not have. You were asking some question about his YouTube. He said he had answers to your question, but the boy, being an artist, did not have. Well, the next topic is a little sensitive, because this is about two people in the same house, one eating and the other not eating. It brings anger, it brings frustration, it brings some kind of issues here and there. And what am I talking about? I'm talking about highly spiritual record label. Now, they are having multiple artists. At least, if my memory can serve me right, I know there is a Last Mate, there is a Krymi, there is a Mr. Drill, and maybe some passing through people who come and they pass through once a while and they are gone. Krymi was on an interview platform with Nana Romeo, Accra FM 100.5. And Nana Romeo asked Krymi, how come looks like your team, the rest of the people on the label are flying, but you are not seen to be flying like that? What might be the problem? Krymi says he doesn't understand why people should even ask him that question. They should go and ask his boss, that is Kaywa. And I'm asking, how do we solve this? Because on the same label, others are flying high, bringing in the numbers, making the money and all that, but one is not flying. And he says we should go and ask the boss why he is not flying. Multiple artists under one label, some will fly, some will not fly. How do we handle this? I remember some time ago, I heard from close sources that Kwame Eugene nearly signed out of Lynx Entertainment. Yes, I heard it. Like, it was tight. They were close to it until some issues were discussed. But even with that, my unconfirmed information, and once again, unconfirmed information tells me that Kwame Eugene might be under another person who is the real owner of the artist, but he's being managed by Lynx Entertainment. It is unconfirmed. Maybe later, if you're able to unravel the truth within that, I'll be telling you guys some more. But let's go watch a portion of the interview with Nana Romeo on Accra FM. And when we come back, I'll also ask my people, do we agree that we should be asking Kaywa? Is it Kaywa who has to provide us with answers as to why one of his artists might not be flying like the others? Watch it when I come back. We'll have a conversation.
Do you think you are doing well as a musician individually? I mean, you yourself. Do you think you are doing well as a musician individually? I mean, you yourself. Do you think you are doing well?
I think there's so much room for improvement.
Okay.
Yeah, and I say that to say, Krymi is a good artist. Krymi is a great artist, but it has been a bit gradual for Krymi in terms of release. And I think there's so much room for improvement, but Krymi is still a good artist.
Nice one. I know, there's one question people ask you a lot, and the question will be like, what is holding you back? It looks like, Krymi room with the day, but I said, suddenly, no. I man for me, class Abiana, and you know, Abia Mapa Mojato, and man for me, say, into Krymi or ho. Me, I sure say, oh, yeah, artist near Busasa question now. Sometimes Busasa say, what am I not doing right? Because so people Busasa Krymi, into Krymi or ho, I say, and in Kabium. Meanwhile, you are releasing.
I wish any panel or be Busa Kaywa instead of Krymi.
Okay.
And let me explain why. Okay, Inti. Krymi is an artist signed under highly spiritual music, so it means if Krymi will release any song, it has to come through highly spiritual music. Yeah, so it should tell you, is it that Krymi doesn't have music, or Krymi is not releasing the music? If Krymi has music, then it means the release has to come from the management.
Okay.
Inti, I would appreciate people will not attack the artist, but they will rather confirm whatever situation it is from management, and they would properly explain,
like I said, this is a little sensitive because hunger there, and yet if you are in a group and you are hungry, it gives you irate. And Nana Regan will start this because under his label, that is Media Excel, they also have multiple artists. Nana, more anything.
Rasan, I think Krymi gave a straight away answer, but in a very diplomatic and political way. He just wants to tell us that he, as an artist, is working, recording songs, but his manager, who is Kaywa, is not releasing those songs. His focus is on maybe other things or somebody, but he was just playing politics with it. I mean, if you have multiple artists on your label, for instance, with Media XL, every artist has a contract, a different or individual contract.
I wish there is enough time on my hand. Maybe I didn't pay attention to this question. What you want to say? I would have done some checks, as in I would find out how many songs Krymi has released on the label, how many songs Mr. Drew has released on the label. Then you find the balance. Because just as I said, so what are we saying? He's released songs that Kaywa is not. No, he's done songs that Kaywa is not releasing.
That is what he wants to say. Because if he says we shouldn't ask him the question, we should go and ask Kaywa. Then he's telling you, he as an artist, he said if he wants to release song, he will release it through highly spiritual music. So he's trying to tell you that maybe the song there, he is ready to release them, but maybe the label boss is not ready to focus on what he wants to put out. It's as simple as that. Just that he was just being diplomatic, not to step on those bets.
And do you think it is true?
Well, I mean, coming from him, can I doubt it? I won't doubt it.
You know why I'm saying this? All these guys, should they go out to bring money? Kaywa also eats. Don't you think Kaywa would want all of them to blow so he will eat more?
Okay, away from my experience, but let me speak as a normal human being now.
Speak as such.
I don't want to.
Yeah, because yes, he would want to eat more. Who would want to eat more?
Another reality is that sometimes you would wish you eat from all of them, but at every point in time in your drive, one will pick up and one share. Opening will lead the agenda. Your focus and your interest will go into that person than the other people. This is music business. Everybody who have been in this game for a very long time believes that. Sammy were artists 5 and 10. Now baku soja. I want to fool the jana. I mean the janimwa and one share in you're doing that. It is not a bad thing, no. In fact, sometimes a jano fuel in the crap on a tokosuna or the nijina. But they will not see it like that. When you, the leader, you are not managing it right and giving them a feeling on a picture like that is where your interest is only. And then some of this incommodate me. And it's all about managing. I don't know whatever contract Krymi and those people have with highly spiritual music and Kaywa for that purpose. But with maybe little experience, you sign a contractor within first 6 months. Who artists and only label in ammonium de amoye. After 6 months, the next quarter, you know what exactly you are doing. So even if there's a new artist in, that artist, the label will be working with that artist based on the terms in his contract. Into a non-crap the intimate affect it depending on how mobile the marketing like mobile chicha
affect the next person.
It can never have because who him say ABI right now no, I'm promoting my song to go and record a new one. To do this, I want to buy ABI December no, the label is helping me to drop an album. And I don't know before for us ABI will be from based on whoever that is managing the experience near I don't know. Or no so because of time factor no the associate truck contractor the new person and that is how he is going to work with the new person to be also be sure a promote the single crowd video. But this guy will be promoting both audio and video. And I said this guy will be thinking about playing tour and sorry be more Europe near the other. Will be very too kind, will be in too cold, so I think say it has got to do more with label boss and how he has structured himself to work with these multiple artists. Once you are a leader, the artist, when a project will be more. And yes, sometimes I will with 3 months for project in the Panama. Hopefully, say based on whatever agreement you have with the person. Oh, but Sandy Pana or no, yeah, part of art musicians now. Oh, who is because on no sooner I anchor, drop you there. Now about dropping it there. Drop you there. Now the way copy FM and I dare chat for no so copy FM. So you need to make them understand, say, okay, plan promotional plan in the 1 man copy. I'm going to say, okay, maybe promotional plan every 2 weeks. I may say every week within the week in the 2 days, may say within the month I am doing this. Next month may enter into studio. Into both say a bit defa kakra. If the second artist is doing recording, the next person is on maybe maybe a radio rotations away. He is now going for interviews.
Okay. The way
BB. So if you don't arrange one strategically now, say based on public, the public attention are back also pan 2% de one who dey we energy na e focus on no so a omo maka no omo ye ni panty no omo benya saa ya won e bi omo ntimi ferry enti omo ntimi nka mo se hihye mo na bebre na ntimi manage afi no de aye incommodate wa bonten e na saa incommodate ko di wa bonten a the way obekan in a way people will sympathize with him and not you the boss. Nkofo beti na se aka so na se anti na se ayehu na je say na wow oh boss so yes awanya.
Listening to him, his demeanor, do you think there might be some fire burning in there?
Well, I mean, the only fire I see is that he's just not happy as an artist of highly spiritual music. Happy because maybe he feels he's working, but his boss has his focus on other things.
I believe you learned something about economics, cash cow. If his boss has his focus on something and it is the cash cow principle, will the boss be wrong?
That's what I'm saying. The boss there, at that point, and he will never be wrong in his own position and sense. He can't be wrong. But how are you managing your communication, your works with the other ones? I'm better as you say, okay, they say label neson, you need cash cow ni boss the crowd presenting it, say a platform, you need able to me a fast way take a shine. So and yet sana want me manage omo feelings in the year, because it is also part of your responsibility not to make anybody feel like you love one person than the other. And you know, one manage sad in the year, omo and your mohunti as be an answer so it be okay by September no boss and so attention because you may not agree in fact other artists in the cry I always say by September we release EP me koto me say me say me boy show me we into bia me so September na me so me interviews said they me say artist A DNA kono September na me dey be starting. When you have multiple like that is the only way you can, but if you want to put all of them in one basket and feel like okay why won your be fan and na me dey me energy na ma ho den e better with dia. Sorry. Definitely.
We are no animals.
Put your money in one basket and manage all of them, and definitely ubenya some of these artists coming up with some of these feelings, because obu onuma because I'm so new BTF or cost to jaw. So one deal with yourself writer. A better than envy. Yes, a better say ebiane enye nipa ne photo. But say we want me and delay with you say okay kono or cost na enye ne fault say enye me like me
mistakes.
Yeah, maybe we intina or no yes. One yes one two one say na one to me on position we but almost afina envy say nipa ne e cost crap na ya keep me success be anya wo de. Because so say or your whole time and I say opportunity be na or GF or GF, but that's not it in this space. With me experience there, I still feel the management can position will be into who say we are conform kakra artist nankasa na e bia ni je dum no otene ho ase e bi kwa na wo ya sign with an agreement say o financial the sika ba and I 2,000 a month. Maybe we have to do radio promo, we have to do TV promo. But nini na here budget to do those things. O financial is different. Chembo so I'm managing or not so the financial is different. But Chembo financial is sika ready say yen fan say. Inti no me leader bet me sika met me na ye juma no. If you sika nye ready o ya aware say sika na ye dey juma no embai inti na what one. Inti no you can't come and blame me.
Wow. Chamo, continue since you have the mic.
Yeah, I think answer no, it was a diplomatic answer, but expose what is going on in the record label.
Yes, it's so obvious there is some fire
burning in there. And if you watch the thing carefully, you know that Nana Romeo, the question wasn't why are you not releasing. The conclusion was
it comes across like as our background information be.
Yeah. And then the conclusion was like, it's like you are not hitting. We can't hear from you anymore. But the guy, yes. And then the guy answered in another way that no, somebody is sitting on my songs. That's the implication of the answer that he gave. I mean, it's obvious that he's not happy with the management because they are not doing what he thinks is right or what he thinks will help him as an individual. Now he's looking at him coming out, getting the vibe that he used to get when he started under them. But now he's not getting it anymore. The focus is not on him. At least when they started, it was on them, both of them. I mean, some way, somehow, they were all enjoying that kind of...
They were at par, kind of.
Yes. And now you can see that Bakwa Chimukra...
Last minute background cry.
Yeah, I always simple. And the guy is obviously not happy with what is going on. So to answer that, go and ask my boss. It means, well, me cry. I don't have the answers. I've done my part, but I don't know why they are not releasing my songs. So that when you take it that way, the wrong thing that the management will be doing is, one, they are not explaining things to the artist the way he's supposed to get them, or the artist has refused to take that answer. So he will say what will get him public sympathy. That's the two things. If Kaywa can come and answer that, I've told him this, that, but if he's still going this direction, it means he disagrees with my decision. That's why he's talking like this. Or I've not explained things to him the way I want it to go. I just told him to maybe wait. I will get to you, wait. And obviously he will not be happy. So we can conclude whether the artist is the one at fault here, or he's the one going this direction, or the management is not doing things. If we can know the other side, that maybe they have explained things to him. This is how we want to work.
But Chabo, can we also look at an angle of A, B, or no? So a problem.
Yeah.
Can we also look at that?
Two things. Sir, you know better me management. You know better me. I can say.
Maybe he's not working hard enough.
Yes, but now no.
Because do you know what I know with highly spiritual?
Yeah.
Every artist has their team.
Yeah. Okay.
So Mr. Drew, he has his team.
Yeah.
Last minute, he has his team.
Yeah.
I have contact with almost every team member.
Okay.
To be frank, even from where I sit, I see more
energy from those.
The Drew's team.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I see more power from the Drew's team.
Oh yeah, where's the Krymi's whole team?
Yes, everybody.
Okay. In the Krymi team, no. Well, I think you have more assignment, but almost what is going on.
Yeah.
So
the issue goes beyond.
Yeah.
Because the other day, my last interaction with Krymi was with Krymi himself. But if I have to do something around Mr. Drew, I don't get to Mr. Drew.
Yeah, you get to the team members.
Yes.
But in the case of Krymi, you get to him himself. Yeah. So yeah, obviously there's something wrong, and then it could be him as an individual making this kind of decisions instead of the team doing it on his behalf, or the team is also neglecting him, so he wants to do things in his own way. In fact, what he said obviously means that he's not happy with the management decision.
One of the guys at Drew's team works at GH1. I think his name is Spliff, DJ Spliff.
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys might have heard him somewhere. Yeah. So yes.
And you know, I think what the BB about to or my head, and that thing is either management a decision be on you happy with it, and I all try to be diplomatic to talk about it, or management I explain it to him, say wait, we are coming, and in that sense, in the management and also not fair to him. If you just tell him to wait, we will get to your turn. He will not be happy. And that's the two sides that me immediately say and I think some of these things is better he talks to the management that I'm not happy with the decision or the arrangement that you have for me now. Let's change things and see if things will work out, instead of coming out to in a diplomatic way to say things and the answer that go and ask the management means he has done his part. The other side that you want to see or you are not getting is coming from the management. Yeah. And that's not a good answer for a musician and a record label. Yeah.
Okay. Let me do this birthday announcement before I move on to Kojo King to speak finally on the subject matter here. Today happens to be the birthday of the daughter of our good friend Bernard Kuban, aka Kwesi Ayefe, and the name of the daughter, who happens to be his last daughter, is Isabel Abba Inshra Ayefe Ekuban. Isabel Abba Inshra Ayefe Ekuban. She is 14 years today. So Isabel, happy birthday. Yeah, coming from your father's family in Ghana. This is the second family that you don't know. The second largest family in Ghana to you, and everybody here wishes you well on your birthday. Be a good girl and always pray for daddy to live long. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Yes, Kojo, come through.
Yeah, next week Wednesday is also my birthday.
Next week Wednesday is your
yeah,
birthday.
21st.
Oh, I see.
So Wednesday.
Oh, I see. And to
What's it? Let's see. Yes. What's it? Oh, a more be kuha. A more be kuha. What do you say?
Pocket no dry. Retro ATM.
And Sada, hey, Obekuya,
Emma spiritual ATM.
what do you say? Now you had to share a machine view.
The share wallet.
What do you say? I don't know ATM machine. I'm wondering. I still remember.
Spiritual ATM. Somebody will hear me.
But I didn't do it. Me use.
I did you need a machine bag. The bag got the bag fresh. And they see.
Yeah. What I'm deducing here is the fact that labels needs to work on emotional intelligence on both sides, side of the label owners and also the artists.
Yeah.
Emotional intelligence needs to be a key factor here. And in business, we say that every organization is as good as its employees.
Yeah.
Employees, sorry. So when we are going out to communicate, whatever any employee will say has an effect on the organization. So even when companies, when we move forward, we even train even the cleaners. Everybody in the organization will have a fair knowledge about certain informations about the company. Because anybody can move into the company and the first point of contact will be a cleaner and may add certain information, vital information that can bring business to the business.
Or that can destroy.
Exactly. So when he meets, okay, I need to buy this, and the cleaner doesn't know anything about the company, that information at that point will be critical. Either it will make us lose business or we will retain the business. So at a certain point, we even call the cleaners and give them certain information. When we meet somebody, say this, so that they will also bring business to us. Now, Krymi on that platform was an agent for the company. And the information that he gave out, in a way, tells us that he's not on top of issues over there.
Or all is not well.
Exactly. Because, yes, the answer was good. Ask my boss, because even Nana Romeo was like, I know people have been asking you this question. That why is it that there's so much a gap between you and your colleague?
And the rest of the team.
And so it has been a question that is occurring. So to save me from subsequent questions, why do you always ask me? Ask my boss. Because
he should answer them.
Exactly. He is the owner of the label and knows when an artist should release, when an artist shouldn't release, and when we have to embark on certain projects. So I think henceforth, presenters should also call Kaywa into the picture and ask some of these questions. That why is it that Krymi, we are not seeing Krymi of late? So that whatever that is happening, whether the artist being lazy or it is the label that is being sleeping on the artist, we can get that information. I mentioned emotional intelligence. Okay, when labels with multiple artists, how do they run their operations? Is it that anytime we will run it simultaneously, if we have 3 artists, we don't mind everybody releasing at the same time so that they all move? As you mentioned, wouldn't Kaywa want to be enjoying more money that Krymi has a hit song, Drew has a hit song, and Last Minute has a hit song, and they are conquering the market? You can have a show that they will book all 3 people. It means more money. And you even further stated that each of them have their separate teams.
Yes, they have.
So it means all other things being equal, they can run concurrently. But the question is, do the label have that money that Kaywa, Drew, Krymi, Last Minute, they are all releasing at the same time? Because the promotional budget, do they have the money
But everybody is bringing something home.
No, before you bring something home, you have to push in something before you bring something home.
No. What I mean is, in the cases of the current case of highly spiritual, everybody has brought something home before, or everybody is bringing something home.
So you brought you brought money.
Wow.
Oh, of course.
No,
brought
no,
money.
If you say you've exhausted, then it means that the company did not manage their staff well. Because one, let's say Krymi has a song that is doing well online, just one song. It is bringing money from YouTube, bringing money from streams. He's played some shows here and there. The management should make sure that the money, 40% is down, maybe for reinvestment. 20 is for the artist, or 30 for the artist and 30 for the label, based on how they break it down. So that 40, if you say it is dry and that you have nothing in there to do anything, then you missed out something. Because at any time you go into that 40, it should bring something back.
But after your successful song that brought that money, which we have decided to put 40% down for you, you have released, you have worked on another project. That 40% will be invested in that new project. So if that project doesn't fetch another money, you have exhausted that 40. It is gone.
So you go for loan.
So maybe the team now is looking at the other artists whose financiers or team is bringing physical cash down for other works or projects to be done. That is where, if the leader doesn't take care, the attention in the focus naba could the or not the nisika to table. So you that your 40 has been exhausted, you will feel some way. And one means some blame leader entirely because a human it is money. If you go and record, it is money. If you are going for a music video shoot, it is money. If after the music video shoot you have to do promo, it is money. You have to put your audio songs on rotation. Now people are paying for exclusive deals on most of these streaming platforms and other things, looking out for other deals that will project the artist's work and all of that. Some is money. Ebi esikanti ebi asisi anu sikana yes ebi onyom de de sike bi aba ye chair no wenya wo de bi akopo de akokoto asase o baby yen so the management yo mo so modi 40 na kai say de beto ho ama ono abaye o music o project funding ye bia ye de aya another project a share ko ye bi amba bi enti say who ni financial besa inject or another money a.
Well, it is Kojo's time. I beg, it's Kojo's time. It's Kojo's time.
He was saying that he wasn't releasing. The management is not releasing songs. That's why they should go and ask the boss.
Okay. So they all have their separate teams. And you may mention that everybody is bringing in money. Before you bring in the money, you should put in work. Before they release Friday night. They release it. They spend money before now whatever will come. So yes, before we spend money, we get money, we have to spend. So now, for instance, we all have our separate teams. So everybody have a song ready. After analyzing everything, we see potential hit songs from all the three. Now we decide that okay, should we run it concurrently or we should release Krymi first, then next last made, then next drill. And if we have the promotional firepower, if we have the money, then we cannot decide that let's push it because we have separate teams. The teams must work. Why should we halt Krymi's project for let's say 6 months and finish with drill before we go to last made when we have able team members who are there doing nothing? And we have to make sure that the brands are separate brands. There's no conflict in here. What is common here is the label. But they all have their following. There's no conflict. There's no confusion that, when Drew drops and Krymi releases, is going to fight each other. That conflict is in there because they are not group artists. They are solo artists. So I can feel that maybe based on the financial status of the label, they can't go by the approach that everybody can move simultaneously. I can also deduce that fact. If they don't have the money, then they can decide that, okay, in the first quarter, maybe Drew will release. We will promote it for a period of, let's say, 4 months. Then Krymi will come in. Then we continue from there, which everybody will be aware. So you know that this is not my time. You won't be offended. You will be hurt. They can run that model as well. And even with the making of the team, let's say a certain Sammy Flex is part of Krymi's team. And let's say Chemo is part of Drew, is leading Drew's team. Now, we all know how a certain Sammy Flex is so connected and powerful and can pull certain strings. And maybe Chemo is not that connected to industry people to pull the strings. There will be a problem there.
There's also another factor.
There will be a problem. Because you mentioned certain names in Drew's team, the kind of influence and the positions that you occupy. I don't know if when you give us money, yes, maybe we are all spending 100,000 budget. But the influence of the team members also counts. So an artist can sit there and say, why have you given me these people in my team? For instance, when we were younger, we are playing football. We know some our friends who are very skillful. So you want that person, everybody want that to be in your team so that you win. So can't we operate in a system that once you are part of the label, you benefit from whatever expertise that is on the label? But maybe because we also want to aim higher, we don't want to run a one system affair. That unless maybe...
In fact, one of the most difficult things to do as a label is to run a one system affair. That one is more difficult. At every point in time, let the teams build their camps.
Okay.
The moment you build a centralized, as in Obia Mefa, you can't.
Because I even know...
I noticed that at Xylophone.
Okay.
You can't.
I even know a label that the label will suggest to the artist that suggest people you feel comfortable you can work with. So that the label will recruit them to be part of your team. Meaning, you know people that, okay, they know what... That why you won't blame the label that, okay, they have pushed somebody you are not comfortable with.
You brought them.
On you.
So whatever results that come, you are going to benefit.
You are going to benefit. I will have a problem, and I'll feel that maybe the label Kaywa is not applying emotional intelligence when, for instance, there is no clear-cut plan with respect to the time bound of releasing certain projects of the artist. Because before you sign me, the other artists were in there. So what were the agreements? It was only me. Maybe I was the first person on the label. So we have the plan that, okay, every 6 months we are releasing a song. Yes. And now you sign on another artist. I don't know the terms and conditions you had with the other artist. And it can be the same with me. Depending on the influence the other artist is also even bringing on board. So maybe when my project is released, I enjoy maybe promo on 7 TV stations. And the next artist is enjoying 14 TV stations. I don't know the contract. But as an artist, I'll sit down and feeling that, why are they treating me so? Because whatever material that we release has the potential also becoming a hit. For instance, let's Krymi drop a song right now. It has a potential of becoming a hit song. So maybe you chose to drop the other person's song and it has become a hit song and you feel that maybe I am not working hard. If maybe equal attention was given to my song, I also make another impact.
But with what you are saying, sometimes if you the artist that you are seeing your works on 7 platforms, you are aware, in fact you are part of the meetings that decides that, okay, we are going to so and so platforms to make it 7 platforms for you based on the budget that you have provided. So the other 14, if you don't know the budget.
Which budget?
Promotional budget. If you are going out to put your works out or do promotion, you will know that okay, this is the promotional budget that we have cut for this particular project.
That is the team will decide.
The team, the entire
your team will decide.
The artist, his team, and the label owner will sit in a meeting and decide that okay, let's say I'm releasing a song. I am the artist. I have presented it. Management is okay. Everybody is okay. We have decided that on Monday we are releasing the song, but the song will have to go on airplay rotation like 3 weeks. That 3 weeks, that rotation, there is a budget to it. After that 3 weeks, if you the artist wants to follow up with interviews, there's also another budget for that. You understand? So you the artist, you are aware. What I'm saying is that if we all sit in a meeting and then we tell you that okay, based on your 10,000 Ghana cedis budget, we are using 3,000 for 3 weeks airplay. The 7,000 will be for your interview movement and other promotions. So you will know that we are giving GTV, Sammy Flex TV, so and so amount. You are aware. In that meeting, all those monies will be quoted. So if you see that somebody is doing 14 and you don't find out that, okay, what budget did the management use to do the 14, and you conclude that why are they treating you like that because somebody has been presented with a 14 platform and you were presented with only 7, you'll be also be making a very big mistake.
That comes with what I said about the contracts that they all sign. In this your case, it means Drew's team can present a 50,000 promotional budget and Krymi can present 20,000 budget. Is that the case? So in that case, there means someone will excel more than the other.
Yeah.
But
that's why you need a competent team.
Then really, yes. So we can quote. But the company has a budget, a skill that you can't over exhaust.
That one
because the label.
It sometimes depends on what exactly you have to.
Then it means the label is because creating rooms.
Even video costs. I'm not sure they would all have the same budget for video costs.
Not at all.
Based on what song I have done.
Good.
My video cost will be different from what song maybe the other.
So when it happens, then it means the label is creating rooms for some of these lapses. Because if like you were Sammy Flex at the other person's team, you come out with a budget of 50,000, and you are reaching a lot of platforms. And I comes with a budget of 20,000, and you approve it. Know you what that when we add more money, it can push the song more. So you leave it, you give the discretion onto the team. So if the team they are backslide,
maybe you can work with 20,000.
You even be aware. They will tell you.
Then the artist will come back and tell you that yes, you are not. But you have oversight. Aside being my team, the team is employed by what? The label.
Yes.
So when they come onto the platform, for instance, if I'm quoting exorbitant prices as a team, you will question me. Why are you demanding for A, B, C, and D? And if I quote less, you cannot. You also question me that why I won't question you.
No, that one they will.
Then do you want the success of the label?
No, because that is what you guys have sat down.
Yes, maybe you have a connection that will bring the cost down. So we want to use your relationship to beat down the budget.
I work with a label like that. And you and your team, you go and sit down. You come, okay, boss. This is our
budget.
Our budget. Then you justify it. Then we approve it for you. So if another guy comes and his budget is big and yours is this,
what can you do, Kojo?
Without any preferential content, treatment to people in terms of the contract. For instance, if we all have a basic contract binding all of us, same terms, same conditions. I will believe that the label should have a standard that anytime an artist releases a song, this is the basic.
Okay, Kojo, can I give you a
unless maybe I'm coming. Unless maybe we have extra things to do. So once we are all signed, if Chemo drops, if it's a budget of 50,000, it goes for it. Promotional budget for everybody. Unless there may be extra cost from the team that okay, we will do this that will exceed the basic standard. Else, that is why we say that if your team members they shine, it will affect you, the artist.
Of course.
And the team members are working for the label. So you may think that, okay, the other team members, because of their influence, they are doing better than the other artists, and the artist is late. Meanwhile, it is part of the team. So it turns on you, the label, to even assess the team and see that are they really working hard. So if we have the tendency to do 20 TV stations, why do you submit 10 TV stations? Can't I know that the label director know that being on 20 stations will give us more mileage than presenting 7 stations for whatever reason that you think. And also, if the songs, one person's song become a hit, then some of the managers, the directors of the label, that is when they fail with their emotional intelligence. You see them now tilting towards the one who has all their actions, their
because
communications.
Now he's bringing the favors to the company.
Exactly. That is where they fail. You remember when Drew came to Xylophone? Kaywa followed.
Yes.
So in that case, if maybe when Krymi was on top, you never followed him for interviews, you can think that so now because you love this person more than you love me. So I think it is very, very serious. I will blame the management, the top management in the first place. How you build a team.
I'm also suspecting we should also be checking attitudinal behavior as well.
For attitudinal behavior, if it doesn't go against the contractual terms, I don't think you have to base on that. Okay, because your attitude. No, I'm coming because your attitude is
in this our job. Attitude plays.
Then no on business. For business, attitude doesn't come in.
No, Jamo,
until I break
in this our space.
No, then they will be making an error because it's like you sign a footballer, a player. The player is rude, like Balotelli, but he can play and score the goals. Then you base on emotions and say, I'm not fielding him because the last time he insulted me at training. If it is not part of the contract that when you insult me, it can lead to maybe abrogation or termination of the contract. You have no business to use your emotional or personal feelings. Then you are not, if whatever attitude that maybe Krymi is putting out there can warrant a termination of contract, it's either you do it, then the guy will be free, maybe you go and get another manager than because of what he is doing, you be playing him wicked or trying to say that I'm not releasing your song because of your attitude. Yes, it works perfectly, but you have to be emotionally intelligent as the director. Play it very well that, yes, you may have favorites that I love this artist, his understanding of the business and everything, but don't let it show in the other person's to do so that they won't feel bad. And I think Lens has play this thing very well. I like how they do this.
There is politics in
I know, but when you look at them, one person will enjoy for some time, and when the other also brings his or her project, the other person also will be on top. Unless you, the artist, you are not applying your emotional intelligence, and you feel that, oh, now they look at the way this guy, the people are loving the song, and I'm not releasing. And at to what time? Is there a time that, okay, when we promote this for this time, we will move on to your project? And some of them too, they overextend the time without letting them to understand.
Our time is up.
So let's say we have Friday night. Friday night, people want it. Okay, Charlie, we promised 6 months, but I think we have to go extend this promotion for some time, because it is bringing money to the system and blah, 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 blah. And the artist should also consent with it that, okay, I'm okay, then move. Other than that, some of these issues...
Could you let me add let me add this quick one that with your standard, like what you were saying, that the management should set a standard. The reality is that all the artists are aware of that standard. If it is promotional budget, the management have that standard to tell you that, okay, if we use, let's say, 50,000 Ghana cedis, this is where we will get to with your work. We can get to, or this is the results we will be looking at. So that standard one is known to all the artists. So if you are, let's say, if you want to do your promo and based on who is financing you, you don't have the standard money for the promotion, then you bring your budget and it will be discussed. Then we will break it down so that we can use your whatever that budget you have for your promo. For instance, we were putting out 2 album launch for 2 artists. The management put in 1 budget for all of them. But at the end of the day, one financier can take
more
the budget and it give you the money. The other 2 will tell you that no, his financier doesn't have his financier doesn't have.
Like the financier is the level.
No. So I'm just assuming that. So I am just assuming that maybe based on the teams that Krymi have, based on the teams that Mr. Dew also have, there is somebody who is financing Mr. Dew's work.
That's the level.
You understand?
Kaywa
is the one financing all of them.
In that case.
Then that's the problem. Then that one, you can.
The highly spiritual case is different from the media. Oh my God, guys! What a way to wrap up the week, and I loved the intellect we just displayed here on the last topic. In fact, it has even closed the other topic that we were supposed to do, because this does it. And I wish that every label, every artist, and those who are practicing what they are practicing would watch, pick lessons from it, and maybe come back to us for consultancy services, because what we have shared is greater than consultancy. Okay, then when you are coming, hey, $50, and then how many minutes sitting? 2 hours. Oh, the NFO. All right, guys, I want to say thanks to you for being a part of Sammy Flex TV and our programs. To Kojo King, thank you. Intimdo de Solomon, thank you. And to Nana Reagan as well, thank you. Digital Rasta, Currency on camera, Richie Flex, editor, director, Emmanuel Forula, PG, producer, and Gideon Ilam Tessin is our creative director. And you should know that we have more content for you here. So if you are a lover of real showbiz and not just gossip showbiz, like, this is where we speak information. Sammy Flex TV, we've got everything. Subscribe to our channel and wait for some more, because we have more for you. My name is Sammy Flex. We are out of here.